Good afternoon and welcome to another InvestorIdeas.com podcast, following cannabis news, stocks to watch, as well as insight from thought leaders and experts. Today we're looking at announcements from Aurora Cannabis Inc., trading on the TSX as ACB and the OTCQB as ACBFF. Also Abattis Bioceuticals Corp., trading on the CSE under ATT and on the OTC as ATTBF. And ICC Labs Inc., trading on the TSX Venture as ICC, as well as the Green Organic Dutchman Holdings Limited, trading on the TSX as TGOD. Before the announcements, however, we look at New Frontier Data, the authority in data analytics and business intelligence in the cannabis industry, who has refined the state market projections for California in light of the state's recent lower than expected cannabis excise tax revenues for the first quarter of this year. The state collected $33.6 million between January and March 31st of this year, which put them significantly below the original $175 million within the first 6 months of this year. New Frontier Data has reduced the latest sales projections for 2018 from $3.8 billion to $1.9 billion, and by 2025, their forecast for total California sales is now down to $4.72 billion instead of the projected $6.7 billion. New Frontier Data looked at two key aspects of the California market. Their analysts redefined what a legal medical patient is, as well as lowered the conversion rate for illicit market consumers transitioning to legal adult use market consumers. Next, we are looking at Aurora Cannabis Inc. and CTT Pharmaceutical Holdings Inc., who today announced that Aurora is acquiring an initial 9.14% ownership interest in CTT via a way of non-brokered private placement in the form of a $1 million 5% convertible debenture. The agreement includes an insurance of warrants enabling Aurora to increase ownership to 42.5%. CTT will now provide Aurora with global exclusivity to develop, manufacture, and market CTT's novel oral thin film wafers. Companies will work jointly towards obtaining Health Canada approval for the introduction of the new products on the Canadian market, as well as obtaining commercial access to other international jurisdictions in which Aurora is active. A little about CTT. They're an Ontario-based global leader in the development of dose-specific, fast-dissolving oral thin film wafers that provide a dose-specific, smoke-free delivery of medical cannabis or other active ingredients. CTT's oral thin film wafer is made from FDA-approved non-medical ingredients used in several pharmaceutical formulations and provides the effective oral delivery of a specific dose with rapid onset action within 5 to 10 minutes after dosing. Clinical research undertaken by CTT indicates that the oral wafer delivery of THC into the bloodstream was approximately 40% quicker than compared to the edible form factors, as well as resulted in approximately 28% more THC in the bloodstream at peak bioavailability levels. Next, looking at Abattis Bioceuticals Corp., who announced that the addition of 3 new vaporizers to its product line today. Since the company's acquisition of Green Tea Therapeutics earlier this year, Abattis has been working to expand its retail presence and product line, and is now ready to release its first 3 vaporizers, the VB-1, the VB2, and the KB1. We believe that the future of the cannabis vaporizer market is in branding, concentrates, and ancillary products, stated Rob Abinant, President and CEO of Abattis. Users in the retail space are looking for functional, discreet, and durable products, and we feel that our new titillating product line will meet all these demands. In this, we are excited to take another step towards our goal of becoming a complete one-stop provider of downstream cannabis solutions. ICC Labs Incorporated also announced that it has signed a letter of intent with Can Pharma, a licensed importer and wholesaler of narcotics in the Federal Republic of Germany. Through its relationship with Can Pharma, ICC Labs intends to export to Germany CBD isolate, oils, and other derivatives, as well as various medicinal THC cannabis products, including dried flowers and the cannabis extracts from their facilities in Uruguay and Colombia. The export arrangement for THC cannabis products is subject to receipt of the requisite regulatory approvals and the negotiation of definitive agreements by the end of the second quarter of this year. Germany, with a population of 83 million people, 3.3 trillion in GDP, and 20 billion of healthcare expenditure, is home to Europe's largest medicinal cannabis market. Germany is already leading the way among European countries with a market value of 11.9 billion US. Finally, we're looking at the Green Organic Dutchman Holdings Limited, who announced that the company has entered into an exclusive agreement with CBX Enterprises, LLC for the licensing of EvoLab and CBX Science brands and the proprietary technologies and formulations within Canada and other international jurisdictions outside of the U.S. Based in Colorado, the CBX team brings decades of experience developing and marketing a diverse array of unique first-to-market medical and recreational cannabis products. The licensing agreement will immediately expand TGod's product of technology portfolio and position the company for the successful development of new products as Canadian and global market requirements and standards rapidly evolve. EvoLab is a top cannabinoid vaporization brand that has gained significant market share through a creation of highly differentiated products in a very competitive and saturated market. The technologies that they have and formulations lead to the creation of much cleaner and safer full plant oils for vaporization without the introduction of chemicals commonly found in the e-vape industry. That is our podcast for today. Thank you for listening. As always, Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the investorideas.com website. And this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products or services or securities. Investors are reminded all investments involve risk and possible loss of investment.